gentlemen, since its release, the AR-15 shows no signs of ever really being eclipsed by any other rifle. And that's mainly because it has not simply been the same rifle over all those years. Since its release, it has constantly been updated, modified, and made better than what it first was. Doom, when first released in 1993, swept the world with its amazing gameplay, and it has stayed the test of time because what made it great, like with the AR-15, has not really changed over the years. It has simply been modified. It has simply been upgraded to keep up with the times. And today, we are taking a look at Lowpolly Doom, a mod that turns Doom into the DA-16A3.
Lowpolly Doom is a compilation mod that combines several different mods into one PK3 file. It features 3D models for all the Doom enemies, the weapons, the level details, and the pickups. The weapons look really good and feature numerous little details. The pistol looks great, but it looks a little weird. It appears to be either a 40 or 45, and it looks to be some sort of hybrid of a bunch of different designs. And most importantly, it has a high-speed, low-drag tack hammer. The shotty looks amazing, but it has rifle sights for some reason.
To be fair, some shotgun barrels do have rifle sights, as shotguns can be accurate out to 100 yards.
It's a nice little detail, but it would have been much more accurate to just have a simple brass bead. The chain gun looks great, and its muzzle flash is even greater. The rocket lawn chair is really quite impressive, and is probably my favorite incarnation of the rocket launcher of all time. The old elephant trunk works like a charm, and well, in 3D, it's growing on me a bit. Lastly, the BFG is epic all around. In the past, you would have needed the Doomsday engine to get 3D models to work, but with this mod, you only need GZ Doom. The mod also features high-res textures, and when I say high-res, I really mean high-res textures. The texture work here looks like something from 2018. The lighting has also been improved considerably, to the point where Doom can actually be creepy again. Just look at how utterly amazing this segment is.
Yeah, Doom Eternal still has a big shell holder to fill.
Skyboxes have also been improved to the point where they are quite beautiful. The mod features a modified form of the ultimate Doom Visor. There are two settings you can use, normal view and full helmet. Full helmet is by far the most immersive. When you get hit or kill an enemy at close range, blood splashes all over it. But the more blood there is, the less you can see, and over time it can be rather annoying. You can clean it off with some of your visor power, but I never got it to actually get clean, and the only time I ever got all the blood to come off was when I picked up new armor. It's a cool feature. I generally just play with the normal view, however, because I would like to actually see. This HUD mod also includes a flashlight that can be activated by hitting the Y key. And since this mod tweaks the lighting, the dark areas are actually dark, to the point where you really do need a flashlight to see. This mod also gives names to the various zombies that you are slaying, and is a nice little touch. This graphics mod really does give Doom yet another lease on life, as it really brings the game to life. And it's amazing to see just what modders can get out of GZ Doom.
This mod really makes Doom so immersive that I really want a VR headset, because there are times, even with a mere 1080p monitor, that I kind of feel like I'm inside the game.
That is really how great these graphics are. If played with a VR headset with 3D mode turned on, this is likely the definitive classic Doom experience. But we are not done yet. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to have to look at the music WAD and the level WADs. The music used in this gameplay footage comes from the N64 version of Battle Tanks Global Assault, and by the great Patton does it work in Doom, and makes for a great late 90s musical experience. How However, I would have preferred the PS1 tracks be used, as they are of a higher audio quality compared to the N64 tracks.
What can I say? While I am a fan of the N64, I am certainly no fanboy.
Lowpolly Doom also changes many of the sound effects to their Doom 3 equivalents. The pain sounds, chainsaw, and plasma rifle all come from D3 and sound glorious. In this review, we are seeing footage from the Operation Extraction WAD, along with footage from Doom 2, and finally, Maps of Chaos. Operation Extraction is a simple Doom 2 WAD consisting of a few tech-based levels. These levels are competently laid out and are quite enjoyable to fight through. The only problem I have with it is the fact that it lacks a boss fight at the end. The WAD just sort of ends with zero fanfare, sadly. I feel the mapper could have at least added a room full of Barons of Hell at the end. While it does nothing super amazing, it does provide an entertaining experience, and is enhanced all the more by Lowpolly Doom. The Maps of Chaos levels are always great fun, and even more fun when played at such high graphical fidelity. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that Lowpolly Doom is not compatible with all WADs, and certain WADs will have graphical glitches when played with Lowpolly Doom. That is an unavoidable aspect of such a complex graphical enhancement WAD.
While Lowpolly Doom does change the graphics, what it does not do is change the gameplay.
There was a time when I felt that Doom's gameplay had finally become obsolete, and that the only real way to play Doom was with Project Brutality or Brutal Doom. I say a lot of stupid things, don't I? But, in my defense, given time, I at least realized the error of my ways. The original Doom gameplay is just as good in 2018 as it was in 1993. It is a visceral gameplay that really cannot go out of style, and the way good WADs are laid out really tickles the id. I complained about the weapons in my old Doom 3 review, saying that the game needed a good old repeating rifle. But, and this is a wooden rifle, but in original Doom and Doom 3, said rifle really was not needed. I paid close attention to what I used in D3 and here, and found that by and large I just used the shotgun and hardly ever used the rifle. When I needed greater firepower, the chain gun was what I really needed anyway. Even in Brutal Doom, after a while the base combat rifle becomes sadly rather useless, as heavy enemies can just tank it. I think the reason why I started to be turned off of the original Doom gameplay was due to simply overplaying it. I have played Doom literally since 1993, and in that time, I guess I finally just got tired of it. Now, with a fresh coat of paint, I can finally see what made Doom great in the first place.
I highly recommend Lowpolly Doom, as it makes Doom even greater than it already was. And so, I am Generallotz, wishing you good perfected Doom 3, and good Wolfen Doom, or whatever makes you happy.
If you enjoyed my review of Lowpolly Doom, please consider subscribing, and if you can, please consider supporting me on Patreon, so that I can continue bringing you these mod reviews.